The rain had just stopped falling when Clara was dropped off like an unwanted parcel on the muddy steps of a broken-down cottage at the edge of Miller's Creek. Her stepmother didn't look back. She just muttered, "He's the only one who'd take you," and drove off into the gray distance. Clara clutched her tattered duffel bag, trying not to cry. At 16, she'd been rejected too many times to count, by her classmates, her extended family, and now the only home she ever knew. Why? Because she was too big, too slow, too much. And now, she'd been given to the man the town called Old Sam, the village idiot, the man who mumbled to himself, wore mismatched clothes, and fed birds out of his hat. But the man who opened the door didn't look like an idiot. He looked tired, with deep lines around his eyes and a kind of sadness that felt familiar. "You must be Clara," he said softly. "Come in. I made stew." At first, Clara spoke little. She expected mocking, pity, or orders to clean. But Sam didn't demand anything. He taught her how to tend the garden, how to fix old radios, and how to bake peach cobbler from scratch. Every night, they'd eat on the porch while birds gathered around his feet. Clara laughed more in those evenings than she had in her whole life. But still, whispers haunted her. "She's with him? Poor girl. What a shame. They deserve each other." Clara wanted to scream. Didn't they see how kind Sam was? How patient. How he talked to her like she mattered. One evening, while helping him carry some heavy bags from the town store, Clara noticed something strange. People moved out of Sam's way. Not like they pitied him. Like they feared him. At the bank, the teller stood up straighter. The grocery owner offered him free apples. When she asked about it, Sam just shrugged. People see what they want to see. Let them. But Clara couldn't stop wondering. Why did the supposed village idiot have a key to the bank vault? Why did the mayor greet him with a nervous smile one morning? The truth revealed itself slowly. It happened when a boy from Clara's old school threw rocks at her as she walked through town. He called her a pig, then laughed. Sam stepped between them. He didn't yell. He just looked at the boy and said, "You'll want to go home now." The boy turned pale and ran. Clara was confused, until the mayor came rushing up the path later that night, stammering apologies. "I'm so sorry, Sam. I'll speak to the boy's parents. We can't have this. Not after everything you've done for the town." "Everything you've done?" Sam finally sat Clara down and told her the truth. Years ago, Sam had been a tech entrepreneur. He'd invented a software tool that helped small towns manage their energy systems. He became a millionaire before he turned 30. But when his younger brother died of suicide after being mocked for his autism, Sam walked away from the corporate world. "I decided I'd rather be laughed at for being weird than applauded for being cruel," he said. "So I moved back to my hometown. Pretended to be simple. Lived quiet. Watched." Clara stared at him. "Why didn't you ever tell anyone?" "Because I wanted to see who treated me with kindness when they thought I had nothing." Tears welled in Clara's eyes. "And me? You came in with nothing," Sam whispered. "And gave me back everything." By spring, Clara had bloomed, not just in her body, but in her spirit. She'd started drawing again, painting birds and flowers and the faces of kind strangers. Sam bought her a set of art supplies and surprised her with an application to an arts college in the city. "But I can't go," she said. "You've given me so much. I can't leave you." Sam smiled. "You were never mine to keep. Just mine to believe in." Years later, a gallery in New York displayed a series titled "The Man with Birds in His Hat." The artist, Clara Reed, accepted her award in a crimson dress and said into the mic, "I was once left with a man people called an idiot. But he taught me the true measure of wealth, kindness. And I hope to spend the rest of my life repaying that gift." Never judge someone by their appearance, or their silence. True wealth is not measured in what we own, but in how we love, how we lift, and how we see the light in others when the world refuses to look.